All right. All right. We're live and I'm fired up and inspired because I just heard something from the government that was a complete lie. All right, you ready for this? All right. So here's what happened, guys. I was watching a debate in the House of Commons here where one of the members of government blatantly comes out and says C.P.P, which is Canada Pension Plan. So for those of the US that are watching, keep watching because it's the same down there for social insecurity. I mean, social security. Came out and said, this is how all Canadians retire. Check out the clip. How we all pay for our retirement. C.P.P, Canada Pension Plan, social insecurity in the US is how US citizens pay for their retirement. Let's look at the stats. Is that really true? Because right now the stats show us this, that the average top tier, if you've contributed every year during your working lifetime here, you've contributed the max to C.P.P or old age insecurity. Right now, the top tier you get paid out is just over $1,200. In fact, let me look that up quickly right here. It's just over 12 max payout 2022. All right, $1,253.59 per month, or $15,000 per year is what the max C.P.P payout is. $15,000 per year. This is how Canadians retire, is what she told us. What a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. If you are expecting C.P.P to be your retirement, you are living below the poverty line right now. $15,043 per year. That's disgusting. Right now, Canadians, just so you know how C.P.P works, it's simple. Government says we got to make a social program for all Canadians, and we're going to take your money. So what they do is they charge you 5.7%. Now, it used to be less than that, but they're raising it every year right now. So Canadians right now, you pay 5.7% of your paycheck to C.P.P. US, very similar. I'm not sure exactly what it is in the US, but you pay a portion of your paycheck to C.P.P. And then, that's not all. Your employer pays 5.7% towards C.P.P for you. So what does that come to? 11.4% of your income, 5.7 for you, 5.7 from your employer. So a total of 11.7% go for you goes to C.P.P, and your maximum payout is $15,000 a year. If you believe this is a good way to retire, you're being misled. You are being misled. Okay, I'm going to pull up my calculator here. Let's do some quick math here. Let's look at the math and all this. Okay, get my calculator out here. I'm going to screen share that calculator. Okay, let's just say you make, I don't know, an average $60,000 a year. Okay, times 0.057. You've got to contribute $3,420 a year, or $285 a month to C.P.P, which means your employer is contributing an extra $285 a month to C.P.P. And you do this your whole working lifetime, 40 years for most of us. to walk away and make $1,200, 1,200 and whatever, $50 a month from the time you decide to retire to the time you die. And we call that a deal. No thanks. Canadians, Americans, you are being taken by your overindulgent, gluttonous governments who are just finding more and more ways to get money out of your pockets. Because watch this, guys. And if this doesn't make you mad, this is why I'm so fired up right now. Let's talk about age 25 to 65, okay? Let's just say you got nothing invested, but you, being the smart person you are, because you've watched this video, you decide to put $285 a month away in the stock market, ETFs, I don't know, maybe you do mutual funds if you like that, stocks, whatever. And you average 12%. Yes, the market averages 12%, 10 to 12% over the last 30 years if you just invested into an S&P index fund or into the S&P 500. This is the S&P 500 right here. If you just invested in this over the last 40 years, you would have averaged 10 to 12%. This is what's going to make you mad. Ready? $285 a month from age 25 to 65 will grow to potentially $3.3 million. All right, let's just do 10% because, I know there's skeptics out there. $1.8 million. You're like, Mike, yeah, what's the point? $1.8 million at 65. I'm going to use it all. No, you're not. Watch this. This is the stuff your government doesn't want you to see because when you die, they keep your money. This is what's happening. Watch this. So let's just say you average 10%, 285, $1.8 million. Okay, you get to age 65. You're like, I'm done. I'm retiring. I didn't contribute to C.P.P. at all. The government's not going to give me any money. Oh my gosh, am I going to be able to fend for myself? Watch this. By the time you get to retirement, 1802363. And you never contribute another dollar for the rest of your life. And let's just say you average at that point 6%. Okay? Which is very easy to do. Watch this. Boom. I want you to see this number right here, the growth number, $111,000. I'm going to bring up my calculator again. $111,000, 165. Divide that by 12. That's $9,000 a month in your pocket. The government wants to give you this for taking the exact same amount of money every single month. They want to give you this, $1,250. No. I'm not playing their games. I'd rather do this, $9,263 in my pocket every single month for the rest of my life. And I never touched the initial balance of $1.8 million. See, what happens is the government's giving you this. And when you die, guess what they're taking? They're taking this. You think income tax is high. Property taxes are high. Your gas taxes are high. No, what I call organized crime is this right here. The amount of money the government gets to keep off of your back because you invest and believe in C.P.P. That stuff is garbage for those who are smart and savvy and know how money works, which everyone can do here. $1,250. Let's do this. Okay, times 12, $15,000 a year. Let's say you live. The average age expectancy right now is about 85 years old. So 65 to 85 is 20 years, $15,000 a year times 20, $300,000 is what you'll get on average over your lifetime. Maybe you live another 10 years, that's an extra $150,000. So in your retirement, the government keep you in the poorhouse, giving you $1,250 a month. If you live to be mid-90s, you'll get $450,000. Whoop-de-doo. Your investments have done more like this on 1.8 million. They don't pass it on to your kids. They keep it. This is probably the biggest tax fraud of all. The The amount of money these guys keep off of your working backs here. My working back too. I'm in this as well. $111,000 a year divided by 12 is 9,263. $111,000 a year. Let's just say you live to be 85, 20 years. $2.2 million. That's what this 1.8 will produce for you over the next 20 years if it averages 6%. Now, this is where things really get sticky. You're 25, okay? Okay, let's go back to the original math here. You're 25. Okay, you start with nothing. Remember, your government, you make an average of $60,000 a year, which is not hard these days. Government says you got to give us $285 a month so we can support your butts in retirement. Is essentially what they're saying here. Because I can't think of quick math on my feet. Watch this. 285 times 2. $570. You're like, what's $570? Remember, your employer has to contribute to your C.P.P. as well. You contribute $285, your employer contributes $285. Okay. Watch this. Average 10%. $3.6 million is really what the government's going to keep in their coffers when you get there. This is what the real numbers look like. $3.6 million. Remember, over your working lifetime, you've generated roughly about $3.6 million for them. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. It's not a very exact number, but this is a good ballpark number. They're giving you $1,250 a month for, I don't know, 30 years, $15,000 a year for 30 years. $450,000, they're making 3.6 off of you. Hello. And this is how all Canadians can afford to retire, because we take this is how the government takes money out of our pockets. Scumbags. Because watch this. Can you tell I'm fired up right now? Watch this. $3.6 million. If you never put another dollar away for the rest of your life and you averaged just 3%, which, oh my gosh, you can put this in a GIC and average 3%. $109,000 for the rest of your life, every year for the rest of your life. Remember, they want to give you $15,000 for the rest of your life every year. The government is not here to help you. I'm sorry. But when you look at these numbers, they are not here to help you. What if you average 6%, like the last example? $222,000 a year. You're making almost $20,000 a freaking month because you've learned how to invest money and how money works. This is why I'm mad when I hear Christia say, big fart on that statement. It's how the government gets more money from you. And here's the best part, guys. Americans, Canadians, you can do this tax-free, which means when you grow your account to $3.8 million or 1.8, whatever your example is here, you can do it in a way where it's tax-free money. Not tax money like C.P.P. It's taxed. We give you $1,250 and we take taxes. You can do it tax-free. And this is the difference between understanding how to invest at a deep level today. But Mike, the market's so unstable. Oh my gosh, haven't you seen the recent drop? I mean, I would lose all my money. No, you wouldn't. The S&P 500, which is this right here, called the SPY, has averaged 10 to 12% over the last 30 years, which means it does this. Yeah, you got some downs, you got some ups and some downs, and we're in a down market right now. We're about 20%, 25% down. But if you invest long-term, we're talking 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 years, This is what's happening. Look, from 1993 to today, are we higher or are we lower? Feel free to comment in the box for that. Are we higher or are we lower today? Here's where we started, 1993. Okay, $43. Here's where we are right now, $385. Are we higher or are we lower? We are higher. If you answered that right, ding, 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 ding. 10,000 Mike bucks in your pocket. What are they redeemable for? Nothing. They're fictitious. But check this out, guys. I'm going to show you some quick math here. Let's do this right now. And by the way, I don't even recommend investing in the SPY. I don't invest in the SPY. I invest in other companies that do better than the SPY. But let's just do this. Let's see if we can run this all the way back to 1993. Let's see if this will let me do that. It may not. Okay, 1995 is it. I got to run it from 1995. Watch this. 1995. Annualized rate of return. Let's see here. Are we in the right one? $96. Okay, we're in the wrong one. Hold on. This is what happens when you do this live. September SPY. 1995, 2022. Let's try this again. There we go. There we go. Now this says 6.13%. Okay. $6.13%. End price 374. Yeah, that is right. What's going on here? Minimum price. Oh, it's going from September 2002. Okay. Okay. All right. So depending on when you do this, obviously, the return is going to be different here, but we've averaged 6%. So even if we go back and do 6%, which again, that's so low, we run our numbers at 6%, it's going to look a little different. But even if we run those numbers at 6%, zero to get started, $570 a month at 6%, still $1.1 million. $1.1 million. Government's giving you $1,250 a month, $15,000 a year. $1.1 million will produce for you roughly anywhere from $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. Government wants to give you 15. You investing yourself could do 60,000, once you get to retirement a year. This is why I don't believe the crap that comes out of these people's politicians in general, liberal, conservative. I don't care what you are. You're who wants? I think Benjamin Franklin, maybe it was Ben Franklin or it was some other founder said, these politicians are parasites on the economy. But this is why I'm fired up, guys. We've bought the live C.P.P. We've bought the live social insecurity. If you were to learn this stuff, younger or even older, but if you were to learn this stuff and implement the stuff the way that we teach it here, you would be a millionaire. And then you wouldn't need to rely on a government pension and all that stuff. And I really believe the next generation can learn this and become millionaires. The next generation can learn this. Our kids, our grandkids can learn this, and they learn to fend for themselves. There will be no need for social programs at a government level. Now, Mike, why don't you want social programs at a government level? Because what governments have proven is they waste. For every dollar you put in, it takes $4 to get out. That's the government statistics. Every dollar you put into a social program through the government, it takes $4 to get out. What does that mean? They're borrowing more money. They're taxing you for more money. Instead, I'd rather the private enterprise do this. The charitable space do this, where they've got to stay accountable to their budgets. That's where I want to put my money. So less taxes. Let me keep more of it. Let me invest it and grow for myself. Let me rely on myself. Get off the teat. Get off the bottle of government. And this is how you can become a millionaire. Want to know more? Hop into the Smart Money Community Facebook group where we walk through a lot of this stuff. And we can get started there. But don't rely or believe in the lie of C.P.P, old age security, any of that crap. You can do it so much better yourself. You just need a mentor in your life to show you how to do it. All right, guys, maybe you're as fired up as I am right now. If you're not, check your pulse. All right, but get debt free and then start to invest that money and you can become a millionaire. I don't care if you're in your 40s, even in your 50s, we've shown people how to become millionaires in their 50s. With 15 years to retirement, they've been able to do it. So you